August 31st, 2013, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I don't know. Was it 2013? No, so what happened was, it was Zach's mom's birthday. So we were going to her house to have like dinner and cake, and I said we were going to bring the cake. So I remember we stopped and got a cake at like Metro or something.
It was my mom's birthday. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere around there, and we had to go for dinner later, maybe at 5 o'clock. And so we were, let's go for a quick bike ride.
I did it, babe. Yeah. Oops, are you okay? Your finger?
So we went out for a bike ride like normal. We're out, we're riding around.
I'm hauling through the woods, and we're deep in the woods at this point. As we're racing in front of Amanda, getting pretty far ahead of her.
Yeah, he like raced ahead, and I'm like, oh, whatever. And then like I'm going, and I'm like, where is he? Like I don't even see him at this point in front of me, and I'm like, where'd he go?
And there's two features. So a feature is like these wood things that go over logs or what have you in the woods. So this path was made for mountain biking. So I hit the first feature, it goes up and then down. I'm like, boop, boop, boop. And then the next one, boom, it's only up.
So as I'm approaching it, I notice that Zach is on the ground and his bike is on top of him. And the way that the bike was on top of him almost seemed like it was placed there, like as if he like picked it up and put it on. And so I'm like, ah ha ha, yeah, you fell.
Zach, are you lying or are you being serious?
Trying to get the bike off him, and all I hear is like, like catching his breath or something, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like freaking out, like knowing at that point that you actually fell or like had a fall or an accident or whatever.
Zach, are you lying or are you being serious? What are you doing? Sit down right now. Sit down. Sit down.
Let's get you up. Let's not move you too much or too fast in case you like broke your neck or something. I don't know. But you could like move all your limbs. So then we like sat up on the log, and I'm trying to like look at you, and I'm like, follow my finger, like whatever you see in the movies about like a head injury I was doing.
No, because like you weren't speaking. You weren't speaking.
Kind of like seemed like he was all with it, but then every time I kept asking him, what day is it? And since it was his mom's birthday, it should have been like an easy thing. It wasn't just like, oh, it's a Tuesday or whatever. And I'm like, what day is it? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, like, I'm like, what month is it? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, just guess, like, just say any month. At this point, I just wanted him to like say words, and he wouldn't. Excuse me. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, I'm like, it's August 31st or like whatever. I'm like, what month is it? Like, what year is it? And like, he couldn't remember any of that. I'm just like, and he wouldn't even guess.
We're gonna walk back.
What? We're walking back. Give me a second.
Zach, you stood up and you did this. You were like, fell over. And you weren't answering me.
I was worried because I'm thinking, how do I get this like 200-pound man out of the forest myself, plus our 2 bikes, which like we can't just ditch them because they're expensive. So I'm like, how are we gonna get out of the forest? And I'm like the worst. As soon as we get in there, I have no idea where we are, even though we do the exact same trail, the exact same everything, the same time. I just am like, which way do we go? Like, how am I? How do we get out of here?
How does your head feel? Tell me the honest God truth. You hit your head so hard.
So then I'm trying to call Zach's brother to tell him like, hey, just so you know, like we're stuck in the forest. I might need you to come and help find me because I have no idea where we are.
I just remember, I think I was at the grocery store with my friend, then I get a text message from Amanda saying, Ben, Zach just fell off his bike and hit his head. We're out in Midhurst. I'm not sure where we are. Can you come help? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, we gotta go. I gotta go find, I'm on a rescue mission apparently. I'm like, where do I start? I have no clue.
Okay, what day is it? Like, what month is it? And he just still would not say them. I'm like, that's so weird that he knew my name, where we lived, our phone numbers, our anniversary, everything like that, but he just couldn't, for some reason, say the date. And that was it was more frustrating to me too, that like, I'm like, just say any day. Just say a month. I don't care what month, just pick one.
Then I got another text message from Amanda saying, oh, I was able to walk Zach out of the forest. We found the car.
I strapped the bikes onto the back of our car and then I drive to the hospital. We check in and we were moved, like we were triaged and then moved into a room like pretty quickly since it was a head injury. The nurses, I remember, were like asking him questions and stuff like that too. And then same thing, came to like the date and he just still wouldn't answer the date question. I could not understand why.
But I remember the very first thing Amanda said is like, oh, do not talk about your mom's birthday. He's so stressed out every time he finds out it's August 31st, he freaks out. It's like, it's Mom's birthday. So Amanda said she had to scratch out the date from the whiteboard, or because he kept freaking out every like 5 minutes.
And on the whiteboard it has the date, which was August 31st, which he remembered was his mom's birthday. And every time he saw that date, he would like lose it, like, oh my God, it's my mom's birthday, and like freak out. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's fine, whatever.
From the story that they told me, I don't remember any of this, but I guess there was like a whiteboard that said August 31st on it. And for some reason, my body was just dumping liquid, so I had to go to the bathroom a lot. So every time I walk by this board, it's my mom's birthday! And I get all freaked out, and I'm missing my mom's birthday! And then eventually Amanda just went up to the whiteboard and like erased the date. So the next time I went to the bathroom, I didn't see it.
I erased the date in our room, and then he was up and down going to the bathroom like so many times. I don't know if that's like a side effect of having a concussion or something like that. I don't know, but I can't even, the number was like over 50, and we were there for like 8 hours, and he must have gone to the bathroom 50 to 100 times or more. So we would like walk to the bathroom, and then we would walk past all these other rooms, and he'd see the date. He's like, oh my God, it's August 31st. And he would like freak out every single time he saw the date. I was like, this is so annoying. And I remember like wiping off all the dates, and I'm like, it's fine, your mom knows, like whatever, shut up.
I wasn't unconscious the whole time. I was literally just going in like 30-second or 1 minute loops.
Amanda said he was losing his memory or had a concussion. I'm not sure exactly what. I'm like, oh, that's strange. He keeps losing his memory. I'm like, that's weird. Then I didn't really believe it. Then all of a sudden, about a minute later, he's like, hey, what's up?
I don't know if you were in the loop when we were in the forest. I can't remember that part now. I want to say when we got to the hospital, even when we signed in, maybe you were in that loop.
It was so bizarre. It was like 51st dates with 5-second Tom, or 10-second Tom, or whatever it was. Hi, I'm Tom.
All of a sudden you'd be like, why are we at the hospital? Like, what happened? Like, and then like he had like scratches and cuts on himself, and he was like dirty from falling in the ground, and he's just like, whoa, what happened to me? And like, not like freaking out like, holy, why are we at the hospital? Oh my God, why am I in a hospital gown? What's going on? It was more just like chill, low key, like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, oh my gosh.
He kept questioning how he got there. He's like, where am I? But he wasn't like scared of where he was or how he got there. He's like, where am I? He had cuts all over his arms. Like, how'd I get these? Then Amanda would be sitting on her phone, I've told you 50 times. You fell off your bike, hit your head, you had to walk you out of the forest, go to the hospital. The thing is, she had to tell him every time because he was like questioning it. But she told the story to Zach like, I don't know, probably 50 to 100 times. I don't know, more, I don't know.
But by this point, I'm on like hour 6 or 7 of this, and I'm like, shut up. Like, just shut up. Like, I stopped answering. Like, I feel bad for you, but I was like, I'm done. Like, shut up.
Felt like every couple of minutes she had to tell the story. But he was content with it. He wasn't scared or anxious like, how did I get here? He was perfectly fine. Like, he had this nice, peaceful look on his face.
I do remember being pretty content. I was really quite happy once my memory kind of kicked back in around midnight. I do remember, I don't know if it's some sort of like mechanism in the brain, but I was really, I was happy. I don't know why.
He was so chill about that he was in the hospital, but every time he saw the date, he'd like fly off the handle. So then he had to go have like a CT or, I don't know, MRI. I don't know, some sort of scan of his head.
And I had an MRI. I don't remember a single thing about the MRI. That's probably the biggest disappointment for me because I like, it's a new thing. I like new things and I wanted to remember the MRI, but I don't.
And we were just waiting for the results, and it was the same thing, like minute after minute after minute. You fell, we're at the hospital, we're waiting for results, or yada, 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 whatever. Then we got the results back, and I think like everything was normal. He was fine. They just said he had a concussion.
8-10 hours is gone. I have no idea what happened. I got cuts all over my arms. I can't remember anything. And I asked him, like, what happened? Like, I got cuts all over my arms. And they said, well, you've asked this 50 times. Are you going to remember this time? And I said, I haven't asked that many times, or I was denying even knowing what's going on.
And then he woke up in the morning and he was perfectly normal. Like, like, whoa, yesterday was weird. Like, he did not even remember the day before. If you're like, hey, like, what did we do yesterday? He's like, I don't know, what did we do? Like, could not remember a thing. Didn't remember going to get a cake. Didn't remember going biking, didn't remember the accident, didn't remember being at the hospital, like nothing. Like the whole day was like erased from his memory. It was weird.
I have the GoPro video of it and I watch it back and it's strange because I don't remember, like it knocked out my memory, but it knocked out before too. So like watching the first part of the mountain bike ride is like watching a dream.
Even though I'm laughing and smiling now, it was probably like one of the most terrifying things ever to happen to me. Like, thank God he was wearing a helmet.
I'm super glad I was wearing a helmet because who knows what would have happened if I wasn't wearing a helmet.
It was bizarre though. I will never forget that.
Thankful for the helmet, and it was a bad day. It was a bad day and a good story now, I guess.